Hey everyone, RogueGold here, welcome back to the Division 2. And in this one, we have another new Hunter puzzle that has been solved as part of the Battle for Brooklyn DLC. Again, we have 8 new ones to hunt down and tackle with this new content. The credit for this discovery goes to the Division 2 Secrets Discord server. They have done a lot of work over the years on these kinds of things. So, full shout out to them. There's an invite link in the description of this video to that server if you want to see the source for some of these discoveries. That said, we're going to get right to this, and if you want to stay tuned for all of my future guides, we still have 6 more masks to go, then I hope you will consider clicking that subscribe button. Plenty more on the way. A quick moment to say a huge thank you to our channel members. Without them, I would not be able to do the kind of things that I do on this channel, but with all of that down, let's get into the guide. Alright, so for this puzzle, there are no specific conditions. You can do this during the daytime or at night. Overall, it involves collecting 7 parts of a wooden horse that you then put together, and that spawns the hunter. So, I'm going to go down the list and show you the different collection spots for these parts, one by one. The first leg part can be found on the corner of Pineapple and Henry Streets in Brooklyn Heights. If you go to that location and look in the leaves right next to the barricade, you will see it there. Leg number 2 is going to be right nearby. It is in a courtyard just behind Henry Street, and it can be found right next to this shed in the shadows. For leg 3, you're going to travel to the other end of Brooklyn Heights. This can be found on the corner of Henry and Poplar Streets, and it is placed right up against the wall next to this overgrown truck. Leg 4 is still within the same Brooklyn Heights zone off of Cranberry Street. It is just off of the sidewalk here next to this red flower bed. The torso component is not too far away on Orange Street. You're going to want to head just off the road into this parking lot, and in the very back, next to the fence, you will find it sitting there. The head component is then in the far corner of the zone. It can be found on the corner of Columbia Heights and Clark Streets, and you're going to see it hiding in the leaves here behind this little bit of fencing. Alright, and then finally, the tail component is in the Dumbo zone. You're going to find it towards the waterfront near the Brooklyn Bridge, and it will be sitting atop the cinder blocks for your collection. Now, it is recommended that you collect the tail component last because the spot you need to go to for all of these to come together is just a few steps away. Right here on the waterfront, you're going to want to approach this carousel, and if you have collected all 7 parts correctly, then the horse will be assembled on the table and it will be interactable. Doing so will spawn the hunter. He does have a striker drone and an assault turret, so just beware of the placements of those. But yeah, defeating the hunter is going to earn you 1 ash key and the Merry Mask. As a reminder, we need 8 of these ash keys to unlock the reward. There will be a video on my channel once all of the riddles have been solved and we can get that. But this is a look at the Merry Mask that you earn from completing this puzzle. It's definitely got a pretty cool like gladiator helmet look. It's battle damaged, so there you have it, another mask for the collection. There you have it, my friends. That is the guide for this Merry Hunter mask as part of the Battle for Brooklyn DLC. I very much hope it helped out in you completing this riddle. If you have any lingering questions or confusions about this one, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. I'll do my very best to respond and clear that up. But that is going to do it for me on this one. I'm going to go back to finding more masks. Thank you all so much for watching, and until then, RogueGold.